Here I am at the airport, going on a wee little adventure. I wish it was slightly shorter than it is, but it'll be alright. Plane's finally turned up, noisy, tired. Haven't even got on the plane yet. Alright. Hopefully it won't be too bad. There aren't many babies, so let's see. There you go, people. Angleterre. Yeah, definitely quicker by plane than it is by boat. Here's Gulliver. Well, here we are. Another classic mission, another Fiat 500. That's for the hybrid again. Super fuel efficient. But I've just noticed a scratch, so I'm just going to pop back to the garage and just let them know. Yep, got a bit of time to kill, a few hours, like 12. So I'm just driving around. I'm in Cambridge. Something to do. It's kind of near to where I need to be. But check this out. One of the universities. That's probably older than some countries. Pretty cool.
Hello! As you might already know, Stuart is in England at the moment and he's probably on his way to the factory where they're gonna make a new P-bracket for us. So he took the GoPro. I'm recording this on an old camera, so I hope that the quality is not too bad. So I've been left alone in Seabird and I'm gonna do one of those jobs that is nicer to do when you're alone, and it's sanding fiberglass. I'm working in all around the engine bed at the moment, so it's gonna be a fun dusty day. Anyway, I'm ready to go, so I'm gonna get to it. I'll show you what I've been up to and what I want to achieve or try to achieve today. Oh, and before I forget, thank you Alexander for these drill bits. I just went by the office and there was a package waiting for us. So thank you Alexander. And okay, let's get to it. As you know, we had to interrupt the work inside because we were working on the solar arch. So just before we started working on that, I was reinforcing the engine bed. So the last bit I did was this one here. And I have already sanded it down. I don't know if you saw that episode, but I put a bit of filler on top of it, on top of the fiberglass, because these triaxles got these lines that leave gaps in between, and then if you want to sand it afterwards, you get rid of a lot of the fiberglass. And it creates now a smooth surface once sanded for bonding, either for more fiberglass or for painting. Here we closed the through hole and it's also been sanded. And it's looking pretty good, I would say. And then on that corner as well. And today I'm gonna be working in the hole. As you can probably see, there are some areas here that are not looking very good. So we're gonna try to reinforce it also and maybe put like a bigger, this is a bit of tabbing, so maybe put a bigger piece on top of that. But before we fiberglass anything, I need to sand it, and it's a bit of an awkward place, so not the most comfortable position to work. It doesn't look like I've done a lot in there, but I think I've done 3 hours of sanding. Every time I sand, I'm like, Stuart just told me that he's dropped the P-bracket in the factory, but he couldn't record anything because management didn't clear it, so that's a shame. I wonder what he's talking to you about.
Oh, beautifully foggy morning. Stu's still half asleep. Managed to get some sleep here in the little car. I wouldn't say it was the most comfortable night's sleep, but it was a little bit of sleep. I best go find a coffee and organise this here bracket. Onwards and upwards. So just driving around through the countryside, I came across this. Yeah, some big old weir. Very pretty. I'm afraid I didn't get any recording done in the actual factory because, well, the machine shop, because it wasn't cleared by the managing director. But I will be back in a few months to collect the item and hopefully, well, maybe a prop shaft, just because I would like an F51 prop shaft as opposed to a 316, because it's just better material and hopefully it will last longer. But the P bracket has been dropped off. Hopefully it all works well. They're going to extend, so a cutlass bearing's normally 4 times the length of the diameter of the shaft, so they've got to extend it a bit, beef it out, work all of that before they can cast it, and then they've got to cast it slightly bigger because it shrinks after casting, after cooling down. Yeah, I did have a little walk around. They do some pretty chunky stuff. Yeah, some of it going to Egypt, do some work for the big fair lines. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. You want to see some of the size of the propellers and the brackets. They make ours look pretty small. But it's not the size of it, it's what you do with it. So that's it. So now, in a beautiful English summer day, it's raining, and I have, what's the time? It's about not even midday, and my flight's at 8 o'clock. Yeah. So I'll probably just drive around the countryside for a bit and go to the airport. Alright. Sorry I couldn't show you, but hopefully we can have a little tour of the workshop on our return journey.
I'm back from my lunch break, so I'm gonna get going and keep sanding. I've also realized that the previous footage was probably out of focus. Sorry, but I'm just getting used to this camera. I think I've just managed to set it all up so it focuses on me. I've done most of this area, still a few bits to do. I've done most of this area as well. You can see where it's kind of dirty. I think probably 1 or 2 more days going through everything and then we can work on it, fiberglass it. I know it doesn't look amazing, but if you've been watching for a while, you might remember the state of this when we got the boat. We spent a couple of hours digging out all the cat litter, soaked in diesel and water, and it was really stinky. I think we took about 10-15 bean bags of it. It was pretty bad. So now it's looking much better, even though it needs work. The problem is that we can't reach those areas with the big sander, so I've been using this finger sander which is super useful. We use it a lot. Our friend Andreas recommended it and we just love the little finger sander. After we get here to this area, there's not much left, but we still have the floor, well, the subfloor, and it's still tapped in place. We don't know what we're going to do with this. We need to figure out, but that will be another day. So, because I'm really tired and sanding is probably not the most exciting thing to watch for you guys, I'm gonna take you with me on a very exciting adventure, at least for me. I'm going to have my first go at welding and see if I can do it. I'm alone, so I'm a bit nervous, but I'm sure I can figure it out. So I'll give it a go. I'm just gonna set it all up, but it's a bit windy, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to give it a go. I'm gonna try here hiding behind, well, you can't see, but behind the screen and see if I can do something. I'm gonna get it all set up first. This is scary. I hope I'm doing it all right. The welder, the gas, gloves and helmet. Let's see if it works. I have a lot of cuts, so I'm gonna try to weld something together. Also, my way back here, I went by the office. Nice! Thank you, Alexander, again. Thank you, because Stu is gonna be so happy. He needs to do the holes on the solar arch for the cables to go through, and he needed a few of these. And yeah, that's gonna be good, because then he can probably finish the solar arch once he gets back from England. Nice, thank you very much. Okay, moment of truth. I think I figured out, and it was the gas. What's the problem now? Okay, meters. This is so exciting because I did it. I tacked it. Look at that, my friends. Another little tack. It's not perfect. Some of them didn't like weld together. But now that it's fixed together, I'm gonna try and weld it with the rod. Yeah, Matthias came in the best possible time. He came whilst I was setting up and having my first goes, and he helped me setting up. I had the gas too high, so it was going to empty too quickly. The flow was too high for what I'm doing. And my tungsten wasn't sharp enough. So I had to go and get the grinder and sharpen it. And now it's working good. Okay, I'm gonna have my first go welding. Oof, nervous. Ooh. Okay. Well, it is welded together. I know it is pretty bad, but I just need to practice. I can see where I've gone wrong. It's just that it's quite tricky. Also, I've been trying to use the like leftovers of the rods, and they're really short. It's crazy, but they use like really quickly. I thought it was slower, so yeah, I get why Matthias was using the long ones. They go quick. I just wanted to use that up for practice and not use the good ones, but I think next go I'm gonna use the big ones. I'm gonna grind this a little bit and see how it looks. With the grinder I went all over the welds, if you can call them welds, and look at that. You can see where are the bits where I wasn't fitting enough rod. There is like gaps all around, so it's obviously not perfect, but my first attempt. These were 2 pieces and now it's 1. I don't know how strong these would be. Wonder. You can see inside all the blobs. I don't know if it's because it's me, but I think I'm pretty proud of this. For like, this is literally the first time I grab a welder. As you can see, it's a bit pieced. I don't know if you can see it. But it's because when I was tacking it, I didn't tack it straight. I might keep this as a souvenir. Pretty cool. Huh. Okay, well, that was enough experimenting for the day. I think I'm gonna call it a day. Have a shower, maybe a little beer, wait for Stu, who is probably already in the airport, maybe having a nap. He's probably tired. I wonder what he's gonna think about my work. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed my experiment. Ciao ciao. Bacalao.
That's pretty much the end of Stu's little adventure. Back at the airport, just dropping off the car. To be honest, I just spent most of the time driving around, looking at old towns. They're a place I've never been before, which is pretty cool. You can tell I'm at the airport. Yeah, sort of just some old market towns. All in all, it was probably only I was with the company maximum 1 hour, just to hand over the bracket, chat shop for a little bit, have a look around, and then I just had to kill a bit of time for, well, it's been, what, 24 hours roughly, just over, I think. Pretty tired because I didn't have the best night's sleep. As you can imagine, a Fiat 500 and me being 6'2", it was a bit of a squeeze, but I'm okay. I'll survive. And that's it. Drop this car back and now go find a pub and wait for my flight. Thank you all for watching this week. Sorry I didn't have any footage of the P bracket. I made a little video, and after I'd handed the P bracket into the shop and once we came to do the editing, we realised I obviously didn't hit record. So that's on me. Yeah, I'm not a professional, I do apologise. Pretty impressed with Marina's welding. She sent me some photos and secretly, well not secretly anymore, but fairly jealous. Her first attempt was pretty impressive. So hopefully we can teach each other, well, I'll rephrase that, hopefully Marina can teach me how to weld, and between us we can work on this skill a little bit, which would be handy. Thank you to everyone that has supported us, from Coffee and PayPal with the super thanks, and especially a big thanks to all our Patreons. We say it every week, but we truly mean it, and without you none of this would be possible. So thank you, massive thumbs up, and yeah, talking of thumbs up, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a comment. We try and read them all, and we'll see if we can answer as many as we can, but we don't get to all of them. But yeah, it'd be great to hear from you, and thanks once again for watching. Cheers.